Hello students, welcome to the next part of chapter 1 My Body. In this session we will try to discuss the question answers of the first chapter. In previous class we have discussed fill in the blanks, match the following and tick the correct option. I hope you have done that part, and proceeding to the next, today we will be discussing the question answer part, the short and the long, both kind of question answer. Okay, so starting with it, I hope you might have studied the chapter, and if you haven't studied it yet, I will advise you to read the chapter at least 2 or 3 times. It will be better for you. Okay, you are staying at home at this hard time, so I would like to recommend some enjoyable reading. Okay, so proceeding to the question answer part. The first question is question number D. The first question is, what is breathing? Okay, as we discussed in the previous section, the first day of this chapter, we discussed about the respiratory system, we discussed about the breathing system, and in this particular topic we knew that taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide, this process, the whole process of taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide was called as breathing. Okay, and to the very first part of this topic, it has been given in your book that the process of taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide is called breathing. Okay, so this should be the correct answer. Now you should point out one thing, that in this video I will be discussing the question answer. Okay, but later on in PDF you will get one written one. Okay, the written question answer, if you wish to take that down in your notebook, it is up to you. You should write it down on your notebook. Okay, so in this video session we are going to discuss only. Okay, and you will get a PDF also for the written question answer. Okay, so proceeding to the next question. So what was the first question? What is breathing? And the correct answer is the process of taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide is called breathing. Okay, the next one, next question is, it says, okay, yes, how are 4 limbs connected to the spine? We studied in skeletal system that the limbs, we have 2 set of limbs. The one is forelimb and another is hind limbs. Okay, these are hind limbs. The legs are called as hind limbs, we discussed about it, and the hands are called as forelimbs. These 4 limbs, as you can see here in this figure, these 4 limbs are connected to the spine with the help of shoulder girdle and collarbone. You can see it here and here. Okay, and a clear image has been given in here. This is your shoulder girdle, this part, and this one is collarbone. Okay, so by shoulder girdles and collarbone, our 4 limbs are joined to the spine. This is the correct answer. Smaller one, what is the answer? By shoulder girdles and collarbone, the 4 limbs are joined to the spine. Okay, next question, question number 3. State the importance of rib cage in our body. Okay, so as we discussed that rib cage was a part of our skeletal system, and skeletal system is to protect our delicate organs. Okay, what is the work of a skeletal system? The skeletal system protects our delicate organ. In this particular question, we have to state the importance of rib cage. So, as we know that inside the rib cage there are two delicate organs, one is heart and another lungs. Okay, so what is the work of rib cage? The rib cage protects the delicate organs like heart and lungs. Okay, what is the answer? The rib cage protects the delicate organs like heart and lungs. Next question. The next question is, name the main parts of the skeletal system. Next question is, name the main parts of the skeletal system. As we discussed also that we have four main parts of a skeletal system. It has been given here: the skull, the backbone, the rib cage and the limbs. And also we discussed we discussed about them in details. Okay, so we don't have to go to the details in this question answer section, but yes, the question is, what are the main parts of the skeletal system? And the correct answer is, the main parts of the skeletal system are skull, the backbone, the rib cage and limbs. Okay, so next question. Okay, state the role of inner ear in the process of hearing. Okay, this is a tricky question because the answer is not given in this book in detail. In the exact answer of this question has not been given in this book. Okay, so we shall note it down. I need a pen. Okay, yes, I will draw some figures for you. Okay, this state the role of inner ear in the process of hearing. Okay, so strictly the question says, what is the function of inner ear in the process of hearing? In book we have studied that inner ear helps to maintain balance of the body. It has been given here that inner ear helps us to hear and maintain the balance of our body, but this statement is not correct answer of this question, this particular question, as the question itself says state the role of inner ear in the process of hearing. Okay, so what is the process of inner ear? So let me bring this pen. Okay, can you see it? Is it visible? Let me check it out. Not clearly. So suppose that this is ear. Okay, this is external ear, this is middle ear, and this goes to the inner ear. We have a chamber here. Okay, so this is external ear. Now it should be visible to you. Okay, this part is external ear, this section is my middle ear, we have discussed in previous section, and this part is inner ear. So now students, what is the work of external ear? It directs the sound into middle ear. Okay, and in middle ear we have three bones. We have discussed it: stirrup, anvil and hammer, and an eardrum also. Okay, these vibrations which are studied at the middle ear, okay, these vibration, when sound come to the ear from here, suppose that here we have a horn and this sound come to the ear, it goes to the middle ear, and from this middle ear this sound goes to the inner ear, and this inner ear reads this sound, reads this vibration and changes, and inner ear changes this vibration into electrical impulse. You should know this. Electrical impulse, and through this nerve it goes to the brain. Okay, so how can we understand this? We can take example of mic and speaker. Okay, suppose there is a mic and someone is singing here. Suppose that what should I draw? Suppose there is a parrot. Let this be a parrot. Okay, and or any bird who sings very well. She's singing over here and we have connection of wire. Okay, so this is simple mic. Okay, this is mic. The actual name of mic is microphone. Mic is short name. Okay, so this is microphone or mic. Now when she sings, this mic converts this sound into electrical impulse or electricity or electrical signal or electric current, whatever you wish you can say it. Okay, in simple term I'm saying it current. When this bird sings, this mic changes this sound into current, and this current flows through the wire and to a system and then a speaker, from where it generates the sound. As this mic converts this sound into electric current, likewise our inner ear converts this sound into electrical impulse. Okay, so this is the main work of inner ear in hearing. We should know it. What is the function of inner ear in hearing? It converts the sound into electrical impulse. Inner ear converts the sound into electrical impulse. Okay, so this is the role of inner ear in the process of hearing. The next question is, let me take pencil. How does snake detect the presence of an enemy or a prey? Okay, how does a snake detect the presence of an enemy or a prey? So it has been given here. As we studied that for smelling and to feel anything, the snakes have a long tongue. With the help of this tongue, they can sense, they can feel, they can smell, and they can detect the presence of their enemy or prey. Okay, so this was the total discussion of question answer of chapter 1, short answer